Build creative confidence. Beat the inspiration addiction. Join the Writer's Gym.
At Riverside Studios on Monday night, I met a beginner writer who had gone to a lot of writing courses, and she said to me, "I don't understand show, don't tell. I don't know what the difference is. Because aren't we always telling? Isn't every story we tell us telling a story?" And I completely understand where that comes from. For a language with, I would, suggest conservatively has a lot of words, using the word tell in show, don't tell is possibly one of the ways we confuse people the easiest. So show, don't tell. If I tell you, my friend is such a bitch, which is a complex statement in itself if they are your friend, but let's say that I said that, you're not going to say in your head objectively, Rachel's friend is a bitch. You're not going to take it like that. You're not going to take it as gospel. It's not going to be literal truth. You're going to immediately know that what you're hearing is not, it might be true, but it's not objectively absolute truth. It's one person's opinion, and it may be a bit true, or it may be a lot true, or it may be not true at all. Who knows? But what you're not going to do is feel like you have evidence for it, because you don't. Whereas if you watch that person do the things they do, say the things they say, and if those things are within the remit of what you consider bitch, then you are going to go, Rachel's friend is a bitch. And that is show, don't tell. When we give them the evidence, when we let them see how our body and our thoughts respond privately to a person, and what dialogue comes out of our mouths, what that tone of voice is like, what our body language is, what the tension in us is, they won't only see that person's behaviour, they will also see the reaction to that person's behaviour. So this is why show, don't tell is such a great way to improve your writing through actually vulnerability. It's letting go of the control of telling someone what to think and trusting them, being vulnerable with them, giving them your evidence, which will actually bring them closer to how you really think and feel in the first place. So that's show, don't tell. And that is kind of how I explained it last night. But the other way that I explained it last night, and the one that I think is maybe the most fun, is the five senses, is going into how do we experience the world. And the answer is we touch it, we taste it, we move through it, we engage with it through our sensory experience. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do today if you would like to get deeper into your writing world. I'd like you to think of a couple of scenes you're working on, or maybe scenes that you're avoiding working on that you know are out there somewhere in the story, but you haven't spent a lot of time with, and pick two of them and just put them mentally on the desk in front of you. You've got two options to consider, and let your mind go for a walk. What do you see in this one here? What's the air quality? What's the presence of the other person or people doing to you? You as your viewpoint character, whether that's literally you or not. And now the other one. Do I see, touch, taste, smell? And let your brain choose one for now. You're not sacrificing the other scene. You're just going, what am I in the mood for? Because I'm a big believer in having more than one tab open in your brain, because sometimes something is calling and sometimes the other thing is calling, and it's not always the one we plan, and that's completely okay, as long as you keep your deadlines. I love deadlines. They help you get them both done. Anyway, you pick your scene. And then you go for that walk, you go for that wander in the character's head. And you're not thinking, but I need to explain, and first I have to make it very clear that you don't. You have to do something far harder that we all avoid doing with all of our stress and our honourable overwork and overwhelm and burnout. The thing that we're avoiding is being in the moment. Be in the mind, be in the body. You don't have to tell the reader anything. You don't have to make anything clear to them. You have to trust them. To look out of those eyes and see what you see, to listen out of those ears and hear what you hear, to notice body language, to notice tone of voice. That's what you do. And you move through that scene in natural time, and you find out more about that character and more about the world by doing that than by any number of pages of telling someone anything. Have a wonderful time. For a show, don't tell exercise, if you want one to play with, here's one. Pick one of the following emotions. Either joy, fury, or disgust. And pick one of the following body parts. And I'm doing, for those of you not watching on YouTube and listening to this, I'm doing a shuffle. I'm picking at random from my writing prompts. And the first body part is teeth. And the next one, nose. Final one, neck. So you've got 3 emotions to choose from. And you've got 3 body parts to choose from. And to help you get into the brain and world of that viewpoint character, I'm going to ask you to get them to be having that emotion in that body part. Maybe there is somebody who experiences anger in their neck. Maybe that's where all the tension is. Maybe there is somebody who experiences joy in their nose. You can change it. You can put it anywhere, but make it unique. And the more you think, can't do that, the less pressure. The more whatever you do, you know is the right answer. Let me know who and where you end up. I'd love to hear. And if you want to let me know at thewritersgym@rachelknightley.com. See you soon.
You've visited The Writer's Gym with author and coach Dr. Rachel Knightley. Production and sound design are by Ashley Lexine, and theme music is by Chris Gregory. To join a Writer's Gym workout online or in London, as a guest or as a member, visit writersgym.com or email thewritersgym@rachelknightley.com.